Got a loaded show on tap for you here at Saints Now by Chat Sports. We have some extremely important updates coming out of practice, and the Week 5 injury report has been dropped. 2 players have also already been ruled out, and we're going to let you know all of that information here on today's episode of Saints Now by Chat Sports. Let's start off with some extremely good news. Taysom Hill, he is back, ladies and gentlemen. Clap it up because number 7 has made his return to practice. Reminder, he tore his ACL back in December against the Rams in Week 13 after having an absolutely insane game against the Browns, by the way. But for what it's worth, it's interesting to see how he's going to be utilized in Kellen Moore's offense. Kellen Moore already designating him as a quarterback, not a tight end, actually. Not saying he's going to be working as a quarterback, but saying he's going to be working with the quarterbacks, and then he also does all of the other stuff that he does. So it is pretty interesting that today at practice he was seen doing a little bit of everything, working with quarterbacks, working with tight ends, throwing, catching passes, running the ball, doing a little bit of everything, like I said. And as I stated earlier, he was mostly working with the quarterback room while on the PUP list, and I thought that it was pretty cool to see Taysom Hill be around the team a lot while he was dealing with the injury. Shows that he still cares, shows that he's still a guy that's important to this roster. And in case you guys didn't know, he did recently restructure his contract or rework his contract to clear up some money for the New Orleans Saints every time he plays after Week 8 or after Week 4. So Week 5 through 18, every game he plays, he'll make $500,000 extra dollars on his contract, but they did clear up a ton of money for him because he was missing some time, and it gives him an incentive to return to the field. Now, Foster Moreau, he is also back. Guess who's back? Back again. The tight ends are back. Yeah, he suffered a knee injury against the Buccaneers in the last week of the regular season in January 5th, and it was really, really unfortunate because it was an injury that happened very, very late in the game as well, almost made it through the whole season, and then death taxes Saints injuries settle in. He did undergo knee surgery to repair a torn ligament, and I think that he's going to provide a boost to the tight end room. We're going to take a look here in a moment, but Juwan Johnson, he did not participate today at practice, so having him available for the team sooner rather than later will be extremely important for the New Orleans Saints. Now we're going to get into more information around Taysom Hill and Foster Moreau and the rest of the injury report for both the New Orleans Saints and the New York Football Giants. But ladies and gentlemen, I need your help. Marshall Green and Giants now, they're beating us in our sub battle. We're taking on the Giants on the field on Sunday, and we're taking on Giants now here in the Chat Sports studio. So beat Giants now in our sub battle, and let's prove who the better fan base is. It's the Who Dat Nation. Come on now. So let's talk about the estimated return because I know that that's something that y'all are extremely interested in knowing. For what it's worth, full transparency, I don't have an answer. I don't know exactly when they will return, but they were both listed as limited participants, and in my eyes, that's a really, really good sign. The estimated return, the 21-day practice window has opened. So in the next 3 weeks, fair to say that these guys are ready to roll? Maybe. We'll have to see. Don't totally know. Of course, the injury report will come out on Thursday and on Friday as well, and we'll see what their designations are later on in the week. But I do think that both of these guys will be able to return to game action here within the next couple of weeks. Again, they were both limited participants, and I think that that's really, really good news because I think that these two guys are going to provide a much-needed juice to this offense, especially Taysom Hill. We know that he does so many different things. He's a versatile player who can also contribute in special teams. I think that the Saints are going to value having him back, but they do need some time to ramp up. They do need some time to get acclimated to this new roster, to this new team, the new playbook and stuff, because remember, they haven't participated throughout training camp, so they need some time to get ready. They got to learn the playbook, get ready for the offense, get ready up to game speed, because it's very, very different being able to practice versus being able to play. Injuries are a thing that you need to take care of and are very finicky. So, in my opinion, I think that there's no reason to rush them back this week, but here in the next few weeks, you should expect them to play on game day. Kellen Moore giving them some high praises because they did such a good job recovering from their injuries. He said that they have done an incredible job, like I just said. Just to be out there in pads, wearing a helmet today, I think speaks to how much work those guys have put into this. And don't forget, these were injuries that happened late in the season, and it's really, really nice to see that a 35-plus-year-old player dealt with a torn ACL. He's back already. That's unbelievable. Already a Saints legend in my book, but, I mean, come on. Now that just adds – it's the cherry on top. It's the whipped cream on the milkshake. It's absolutely insane to see that he's already back. The Foster Moreau as well suffered the injury at the very end of last season, and he's already returning, which is really good news in my personal opinion. but Billy Mays style OxyClean. But wait, there's more! Injury update for defensive tackle John Ridgeway, the Arkansas legend. He has returned to practice as well. Remember, he injured his pec in preseason week 2. It was terrible timing because he just went viral for his post-practice press conference, shirtless, was looking like an absolute just unit right there. It is nice to see him get back. The Saints traded for him last year. He provides a little bit of extra juice in the run-stopping department, and I do think the Saints are going to value having him back on the defense, especially because the rushing attack has been something that's gashed the Saints defense. Now let's go through the entire injury report for the New Orleans Saints, and then after that, we're going to go through the injury report for the New York Giants. Edge rusher Chase Young, he was not seen at practice today. Cesar Ruiz, also, he did not participate with that ankle injury. We did learn that it was a high ankle sprain, correct? I believe it was a high ankle sprain. He should be out 4 to 6 weeks, making him a candidate to go on IR. Has not been placed on IR at the time of filming this video. If that does change, we will let you guys know. So that's why you subscribe to the channel, turn on your notifications. But Juwan Johnson, Trevor Penning, Dylan Radins, they were all non-participants as well. Notable things for Juwan Johnson and Trevor Penning, they were both present but did not participate. And remember, Trevor Penning had that turf toe injury. This is a new injury. It's an ankle injury now for Trevor Penning. So there you have it. Offensive line was healthy and now injured once again, which is awesome. 2 players have been ruled out, as I mentioned earlier in this video. Chase Young with the calf injury, Cesar Ruiz with the ankle. No surprises for Cesar Ruiz, but Chase Young definitely a situation that is extremely frustrating. Kellen Moore said nothing new happened with Chase Young. He was expected back earlier than now. He said sometimes timetables are difficult to predict, and he's done an awesome job with the recovery. I understand why Kellen Moore's trying to give him some nice praises here, and I'm frustrated, man. This was supposed to be a minor injury. Now we are 5 weeks into this, and he's already been ruled out on Wednesday. That, to me, isn't really good signs for anything. Like, I'm sorry, but when you're making $17 million a year, it's extremely frustrating when he's not on the field. And especially considering he's been getting so much praise throughout training camp, throughout the summer. He had a really, really strong offseason, and he was claimed or was deemed one of the training camp MVPs, one of the summer MVPs for the Saints. Like, really would like to see him out there. Can't help but think there'd be at least a handful of those third downs that would be stopped with Chase Young on the field, but obviously we're going to have to wait another week to find out. So let's go through the limited participants. 6 players on your screen right now. Taysom Hill, Foster Moreau, we talked about them a little bit already. Trey Palmer, he was a limited participant with that ankle injury. Justin Reed had a knee injury. John Ridgeway, we mentioned, he had a shoulder, or it's designated a shoulder injury. He hurt his pec early on, so it's kind of in the same area. I don't really know what's going on there. But designated a shoulder injury, hurt his pec in the preseason. Isaac Yiadom has a hamstring injury. Remember, Quincy Riley did start going in a lot for the Saints defense, and I think that he has earned an opportunity to start. And with Isaac Yiadom being on the injury report, I don't think that it would be a bad idea to just go ahead and start Quincy Riley off the rip. Now, let me tell you one thing about Foster Moreau and Taysom Hill being limited participants. I think it's an extremely good sign. Whether that's they return this week or return in 3 weeks, I think it's a good sign that they weren't non-participants. They were limited participants. They're back. They're participating. They're practicing. They're getting ready to go. There will be a time that they are going to be activated for game day. I don't think it'll be this week. I don't think it makes sense to rush them back. But if they're ready to go, hell yeah, let's do it. I don't think there's any reason to keep them off the field if they can't go, especially considering Juwan Johnson, he was out and did not participate. The Saints are going to need that tight end depth. So having Foster Moreau available would be massive for the Saints offense. But we all know Taysom Hill being around would be astronomical for this team, and I think that he's a player that the team definitely misses right now. Let's go through the Giants injury report, but really quick, game day is right around the corner, and if you need a new throne for your game day, this chair, it's on sale right now. What's $70? Well, we got it for less than $50. If you use our link in the comments or description of this video, chatsports.com/Saints chair, you can be the proud new owner and have a grand old throne for game day, tailgates, darties, whatever you need to do. Or heck, if you're just like me and you're one of the fellas and all you need is your Xbox, your TV, and your chair, and then like a little mini fridge, life's good, man. You can get yourself a new chair for sale. Was $70. Now it's $49. Get it. Click the link in the comments and description. So let's go through the Giants injury report really quickly. A few notable names to kind of keep your eyes on here. Tyrone Tracy, Tyler Nubin, Dexter Lawrence. Sexy Dexy, one of those defensive linemen that are absolutely disruptive. He's a guy that, if he is available for the Giants, which he should be, is going to cause a lot of problems for the Saints defensive line, or Saints offensive line. Tyrone Tracy, Greg Van Roten, also on the list. Expect Cam Scadaboo to keep getting more and more reps for the Giants. His usage has increased, and he has been getting more opportunities with Tyrone Tracy dealing with some injuries and whatnot. So I do think that the offense led by Jackson Dart and Cam Scadaboo will run through those two players specifically. In terms of limited participants, a few guys here on this list that are notable names: Javon Holland, Dane Belton, John Michael Schmitz. You also have Chauncey Goldston on this list as well. All of these guys right here were limited participants for the New York Giants. And I do think that unless there's any crazy updates, most of these guys will play. And in terms of just some injury news for the Giants, you also have to see Jackson Dart, hamstring injury. He was a full participant. Doubt that there's going to be any problems there. Cam Scadaboo, dude eats crayons, runs like a tough MFer. Really wish we would have drafted him. Russell Wilson, he has an ankle injury. He was a full participant. If for whatever reason Jackson Dart cannot go, expect Russell Wilson to go. And if neither of them are available, it's going to be J-Bo season back at the Dome. Now, really quick, let's recap the injury report just in case you guys forgot what happened. I wanted to put this all on screen for you. Digest it, pause it, do whatever you need to do. But here's the full injury reports for both teams. This video filmed on Wednesday afternoon. We will provide updates on Thursday and Friday when game statuses are released for all of these players. So be sure to subscribe and turn on your notifications. And before you hop on out of here, I got one final question. What do you think the score will be for Week 5? Saints versus Giants. For what it's worth, Lopez, good news. New Orleans, they are favored in this matchup. Pretty crazy. So let me know what you think the score will be, and maybe if somebody gets it right, we'll give them a free raffle ticket for this week's giveaway. It's a pretty good giveaway. I'm excited for this one. Hint, it's Alvin Kamara related. If you hung around for the whole video, you get a little extra prize. So predict the score for me. We will see you guys next time. Y'all stay golden.